Hello, and welcome to the Transana ScreenCast on manipulating clips in collections. As was explained in the screencast on terminology and the Transana analytic model, a clip in Transana can be thought of as a bit of evidence of something we've found in our media data. Clips can be gathered together and sorted into theoretically meaningful collections. One way to gain a theoretical understanding of the meaning that lies in our data is through the manipulation of clips in collections. Let's demonstrate this by looking at a simple example. Please keep in mind that for this screencast, we want to focus on the mechanics of the analysis rather than on the content of the data. We start by obtaining the data, in this case, a set of television advertisements. We set the video files up in Transana as episodes, and we transcribe them. In this particular instance, we are approaching the analysis using grounded theory, and are starting off the process not really knowing what we're going to find. But as is noted in the screencast on creating standard clips, we need to create a starting collection so that we have a place to put our first clips to begin our analysis. Therefore, the first thing we'll do is to create a collection called MacSwitch. We'll start creating clips in that collection. After creating clips from the first several ads, we start to notice certain categories or themes in the clips we are creating. One way to represent these categories is to create nested collections and to sort our clips into them. Creating nested collections is just like creating the first collection. We just right-click a collection and choose Add Nested Collection. Then, we give the nested collection a name. To sort existing clips into these nested collections, we can use either drag and drop or cut and paste. It is important to note that in Transana, we have the choice between moving a clip from one collection to another and copying that clip. The mechanics of copying and moving clips are very similar, but the analytic implications are significantly different. To move a clip, right-click it and choose Cut, then paste it in the target collection, or use drag and drop. To copy a clip, right-click it and choose Copy, then paste the copy to the target collection. Or use drag and hold down the Control key on Windows or the Alt key on OS X during the drop to indicate that you want to copy instead of a move, as signified by the small plus sign in the cursor. We can also move or copy multiple clips at the same time. We just need to select multiple clips in the database tree by control-clicking them on Windows or command-clipping them on OS X. We can then cut, copy, or drag all of the selected clips in a single action to initiate the copy or move that we want. As we analyze more video files and create more clips, we can create the new clips directly within these nested collections, and we can add additional categories as we perceive the need for them. We can continue to add clips to our base collection if they don't seem to fit anywhere in the collection hierarchy that is developing, particularly if they seem like isolated examples of interesting elements of our source video files. We can also examine the clips within our nested collections, creating new levels of collections as we see an analytic need for them. As we continue this process, our collection structure will become more complicated. Some collections will have many clips in them, indicating concepts we see frequently, while other collections will have only a few clips, indicating these concepts are noted less frequently in our data. It is of course important to keep in mind that in qualitative analysis, frequency of occurrence is not always a good indicator of the theoretical importance of a concept. Transana does not limit the number of levels of nesting you create. However, it is important to recognize that one of the important skills a qualitative researcher needs to develop is knowing when to stop. At times, consolidating nested collections along a common theoretical line is the task at hand. Transana's goal is to give researchers a flexible system the researcher can use to reflect their changing understanding of the meaning that can be found in their data set. Sometimes we may want to review all of the clips in a collection. Maybe we want to be sure that all of the clips in a collection are really the same, that they hang together theoretically in a coherent way. Maybe we're not sure what the next distinction is that we need to make, and reviewing the clips will be helpful for us to see what additional collections would be helpful. That's where Transana's Play All Clips function comes into play.
In a year yet, I haven't found anything that I can do with a PC that I cannot do with my Macintosh.
I couldn't do video, I couldn't do audio, I couldn't figure it out.
When you right-click a collection and choose Play All Clips, Transana will play all the clips in the collection in the order they appear in the collection, one after another, followed by clips from any nested collections. You can see that there is a small control window that gives you control over clip playback, allowing you to pause playback, move forward or backward in the list, and cancel the playback of clips when you've heard enough. We hope this screencast has been helpful. As you think about the qualitative methodology that you use and the ways you approach data, think about how you might be able to use collections in your analysis. They're not the only way to analyze data in Transana, but they're a remarkably flexible and powerful tool in the analytic process.